Hi guys, can you hear me? You back on? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me? Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. It's we're limited to 40 minutes on the Zoom because I'm a tight arse and I've only gone for a free account basically.
I think Binny and Anzi just asked about the link, so they'll be back on in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Yes.
there's a few more joining.
So what I was going to say, just out of sort of my curiosity, since Friday, what I've been doing sort of when I've gone on to look at the video sort of twice a day, maybe morning and night, I've been writing down what the income was.
Yeah.
Just curious, really, just to see how it sort of developed over the last 3 or 4 days. And it is quite interesting, even with a sort of a fairly low amount of packs that I've got, how much the increase is sort of going up. I mean, I think even in sort of 2 or 3 days, there's about £30 worth, which might not sound a lot, but all I've done is watch 10 videos a day and potentially a little bit of free advertising. So,
Exactly.
you know, that to me is quite good.
Absolutely. To put it into perspective, as you saw, mine's been running since, let's say, the middle of November. I can't remember it. It was roughly about then when I started buying advertising. So let's say over 4 months, just over 4 months has passed, and I've got a few people that have joined the system with me. Now I can draw down, and again, it doesn't sound like much, and it's not that much, but, you know, as to out, and it does. So I'm probably drawing about, well, hold on, I'll probably tell you. I'm probably doing about 0.35. So probably about 40, yeah, maybe between 35 and 40 dollars a day, but 7 days a week. And still my ad packs increase in value because that's what happens in this system. It gets to a point that it doesn't start plummeting. You leave it to climb, and then based on commissions that are coming through and the compound effect, you draw an amount of money. So, you know, it's not huge amounts, but what does that work out to be? It's another £600-700 a month coming in that you know I wouldn't have had. And although that's not going to set the world on fire, it helps. You know, it's extra money, and that's now. That's just now. So if that duplicates again, and when Bitcoin goes up in value, then soon that's going to turn into 100 a day, if not potentially more. So, you know, none of these things are a quick overnight massive win, because if they were, everybody would do it, of course, and the thing wouldn't be sustainable. But it is because of the way it works. So, yeah, it's again, for me, it's a no-brainer because I'm getting all my advertising for free. Hopefully, people sign in, they do, and I'm earning from it as well.
So if somebody has got, say, less than £50 spare to put in, would you recommend that they give it a go?
Yeah, because everybody, I mean, some people have. Some people have just bought 1 or 2 packs, which is effectively, even with processing fees and the exchange from your Bitcoin wallet, it is what, about 20 quid, 25 quid maybe. But yes, it is, because as small as it might be, you can still turn your 25 into 50 and get some free advertising.
Okay.
You've just got to watch those 10 ads a day. That's what you have to do. But yeah, I do several of these things. So, you know, I just sit there in the morning, half asleep, cup of tea, BBC News on, and click, 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 and, you know, half an hour later, I'm done. That's it.
Okay. I'm not asking any more questions. If anybody else wants to know, they can ask themselves now.
Hi.
Okay, who wants to ask more?
Can I ask a quick question? Is it just advertising on Bitcoin, or can you advertise other businesses on there?
You can advertise whatever you want.
That's my question.
Yeah, you can advertise it. As long as you have a banner or something to advertise, you can advertise whatever you want. There are the usual restrictions on what you can't advertise for the obvious reason without getting into detail. But any business-based advertising, yes, you can do. So you can put in landing pages, you can put in banner ads, you can put in links. So just a website link. I mean, ultimately what it is trying to drive traffic to your site. How you get people to that site is totally down to you.
Okay.
Yep. Next.
I don't think I'm quite up to speed with it all. I probably have to just jump in and learn to swim.
It does take time to get your head around these things, because it's just it's new. I mean, you know, I've been doing this a year or so. Actually, no, probably about a year and a half. when somebody showed it to me, and I've come from an IT background, I own an IT company, I looked at it and went, what the hell is that? How does that work? So, I didn't get it. But it does, after a period of time, the penny drops, you get it. It's one of those things where you sort of jump in, give it a go, and then learn as you go. Because it's not, you can't know it all in one go. These systems are quite, in the background, they're complex. They simplify it for us, the user. But the bit I've showed you is just an ad pack. There are actually about 8 or 9 different ways of advertising in that system. But I've tried to keep it simple with the bit that we earn money from is the ad pack bit. The rest of it, don't worry about that right now, because that's where it gets just a bit too like, oh my God, and you just get baffled. So, yeah, they're there for a reason. They work,
I've got another question.
Yeah.
Going on from what June and Anzi were asking then about advertising other businesses, I assume that a pack would have to be allocated to a banner. So you couldn't have an ad pack that covers all your banners. You would have to say, for instance, have a USI banner with a pack and your other business with a pack. Is that right?
No, not necessarily. You can have an ad pack against a link or against a website. So I know some of the people that
would it have to be just linked? That bundle of packs, would that have to be linked to just that one, or would it? How can it? I don't know how to explain. Say, for instance, you wanted to put a banner, a website, another banner, etc. You couldn't just buy 35 packs and it would just advertise them all. You would have to have a pack per thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you can have multiple banners. So I've just set you up with one, but you can have multiple banners and advertise lots of different banners. I think in this system there's up to 5 that you can advertise at any one time. But you can also...
So I need a separate pack for each banner.
Separate pack, yeah, you can, you can buy against it, exactly that. You can say, I want to buy $10 worth or 0.01 Bitcoins worth against that banner, and then 0.03 against that, 0.05 against that one. Right. So you can manage it because it's your money and it's your advertising. But some of those banners, I know some of the people in the group, they advertise their websites that advertise multiple systems. So you can do that too. You can allocate, it's just a site at the end of the day. You can put that site against whatever banner and then have multiple banners. So yeah, you can. That's the joy of these things. It is quite flexible on what you can advertise and how you advertise it. So you can even buy a login page or a landing page or even a withdrawal page where people, when you withdraw your money, people see your advert on that particular page. So you have the flexibility to do that. That gets a little bit more once you're in the system. Let's understand it then. Whereas right now it's all about, get the ad packs in, because let's face it, most of us do this to earn some money, not necessarily because we care too much about the advertising. To me, that's the bonus, is you're getting your advertising for free. Ultimately, it is an advertising platform, and secondary to that comes the earnings. But, we all do these things for a reason. So,
one more last question. Like
said that 5 minutes ago.
Don't say last question because you will have one more.
Like with the other girls, when they were saying about wanting to possibly advertise other businesses, if they're not as clever as you at making banners up, how can we learn to do that, or how can we find out how we can make banners up for other businesses?
Good question. And to counter the first bit, I'm not that clever, so I actually get somebody to do it for me. So we go to somewhere.
Can we borrow your clever person?
Well, we all blag it to a level. I'm just good at blagging. No, I don't do the banners. We come up with the concept and then send it to somebody. I use somebody called can't remember her name at Bip Banners. I just know her as Miss Bip. Anyway, I use her. It costs about 10 quid to design that banner. But what happens is she sends it through to in a sequence of GIF files. That's the bit that you need to know what to do. Yeah, exactly. You need to know so you have to compress them into one, and then you have to have it hosted somewhere.
Oh my God.
So I would say, unless you sort of know how to do that, don't go there. If you have something that you really want to advertise in there and you need my help, just come to me and I'll get her to do it for you, and then we'll look at how it gets hosted, and then you put it into the system.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
and easier.
We'll just pay you the fee. You tell us what it is within reason.
Yeah, I'm going to lump on 100 quid a time. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God. Bye.
Yeah, see you later. No,
I'm not by yet. I'm sorry, Paul. I think I joined the meeting slightly late, so I didn't really get the beginning, and I think that was the core of the calls. So I'm kind of still in the blue when it comes to the ad, how to buy the ad, and what to do with the ad pack.
Okay.
What is the content of the ad pack?
We're probably going to have to go over that, Andy, another time, because most of the people that are on the call, unfortunately, they've heard it all, and they've listened to my dulcet tones for, nearly an hour, and they're probably thinking, for God's sakes, get him off. So if I go over that again, Alison, you're not supposed to nod at this point. Great, I do love you, thanks. Instills so much confidence.
It's been recorded as well, so you can probably watch it back as well.
Oh, it's recorded?
It's been recorded, yeah, so you might be able to sort of watch back through it as well.
That's very true, and thank you for the reminder, Jill. That's I've forgotten I've recorded this. Great. Can't wait.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's at the start. It's at the start of the first recording. I'll buzz it out on a link, but hopefully what I said made sort of sense. But if in doubt, if you get your link from your sponsor, and on the bottom of that link there are 2 videos. In fact, should I show you now? I'll show you where it is now, so there's no no confusion. So if I just log out of that and go into the main home page, if you just scroll to the bottom, so it talks about what cryptocurrency is, it talks about online advertising, so most of it's there anyway, but you know,
You're not seeing anything, Paul.
You're not seeing it?
Screen sharing. No.
Oh, sorry, am I not? Sorry. I'm glad somebody's concentrating on what's going on. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start again. Rewind. So, okay, we're on the home page. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see, you know, members in, views, all that sort of jazz. A bit about what it's about, cryptocurrency, why advertise with them, how it works. And then there's 2 videos. And one is about a couple of minutes long and one's about 5 minutes long. This one explains crypto, but you know, you can watch that if you want to. This one explains the system and why use my paying crypto ads, how the advertising works, how you earn money, what you have to do to earn that money. And that's less than 5 minutes. So it's worth watching that one. So that's pretty much all it. And so when I was talking a moment ago about the different forms of advertising, this is them. So withdrawal ads, that's an ad or a banner from when you withdraw your money. So another page pops up and your ads are on there and people hope you click on it. Login ads is the one that we all see when we log in. That's quite expensive, but it works. Cash link are the free ads. Banner ads are the ones I've set up for you guys. Pay-per-click banners is something slightly different. It is a banner ad, but you're paying every time somebody clicks on that banner, as opposed to with a banner ad, you're getting a number of clicks to it for the value you spend. So one you're paying in advance, one you pay as you go, if that makes sense. Then text ads and traffic exchanges where you're swapping advertising around. Don't worry about that right now because that's a bit more complex. So that's really where you go to have a look at that advertising. So for you, Andy, the bit you've missed, as Jill rightly said, go to the recording that I'll buzz out when it's completed and have a look at that video, and it pretty much explains it all there.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
I will
questions, just PM me afterwards if you've got questions. It's fine.
All right, thank you.
So any more?
Bye. Thank you, Gillian. Bye, everyone.
No, she's gone. No, she's gone.
Bye.
Okay, I stay. I stay now.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet. When we finish it, we want me to finish. So if anyone's got any more questions, then ask now because I'm sort of running out of. I don't know what more I can tell you unless you fire questions across. I think I've probably covered most of it. So if there's anything you want to know that's particular, then fire away and I'll do my best to answer.
Disappeared.
Everybody's silent. I can't do all the talking.
I will get back to you for sure when I watch the video, the recorded.
Okay. Well, I think if there's no more questions, guys, then thank you for spending the time to understand a bit more. Hopefully that's been quite useful. Well, if not, then tell me. But
thank you. It's been really useful.
Okay, thanks. And again, if any questions, because things often pop up after these sessions, then just PM me and I'll answer any that I can. We do have a bit of an overview document anyway, so you haven't got to, read all of what I just said and watch the videos. It's more concise. So if you want that, then I can post that through to you. It's very basic. You've probably heard a lot more anyway, but yeah, just let me know. And when it comes to you guys saying, yes, okay, I want to be part of this program, go to your sponsor, I'll liaise with your sponsor, I'll teach your sponsor how to do what I know, and they can then train you guys on how to set your systems up. And then if you really get stuck, of course, come to me. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that each person has enough knowledge to be able to help their team members. Because, there's only so many hours in the day, and when these things get big and they grow, you just don't have enough time to do it all. So, and it's important for you guys to know and mentor your own people. So that's hopefully what we'll get to.
Thank you. That's a good idea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you again for joining. I'll stop the I'll stop it there. I'll get the recordings out to you as soon as they're done, and touch base with you all soon.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay,
Okay, guys. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye. Bye.